At primary school gates across the UK, there's one topic of conversation that's surpassed even the 11+, the notoriously difficult exam for selective secondary schools many 10-year-olds sit for, and that's Harry Potter Auditions. News that HBO's upcoming reboot has begun casting the lead trio, Ron, Hermione and, of course, the boy who lived, has resulted in a frenzy across the country. In local Facebook groups, parents are already weighing up their offspring's chances. "My daughter has been put forward for this by her agency," trills one mother in Bedfordshire, while comments on a Manchester newspaper story about the auditions are full of people tagging each other suggesting their kids apply even though the guidelines specify applicants must be UK residents aged between 9 and 11 years old in April 2025. Many are already planning to lie about their kids' ages if they just breach the cutoff. In one Facebook group for Stockton-on-Tees, in the northeast of England, a woman describes her little girl as being the best Hermione but laments she'll miss the age criteria by a week. "Just lie and say she's 9, someone else advises. In a thread on British parenting forum Mumsnet, one poster says to others debating doing the same, "I'm assuming they will be super strict but guess you have nothing to lose by submitting the videos and being honest." I must admit, the thought crossed my mind too. Although my son will only turn 8 next spring, making him too young, he is tall for his age and could probably pass for older. But I can't imagine him standing still long enough for me to film his self-tape, let alone take direction from an impatient second AD as the light fades on a multi-million-dollar shoot. Which means that, fortunately for us, there's little dilemma in not putting him forward. And, as I shake daydreams of becoming a million-dollar momager a la Kris Jenner from my mind, I remind myself it is fortunate. Because while being plucked out of obscurity to star as Harry Potter in a global TV series might sound like a wish come true, it's impossible to escape the fact that pushing your offspring on a path toward child stardom often takes them somewhere far darker. The Hollywood Hills are haunted by shadows of child stars broken by the work, the fame and the aftermath. For some, such as Britney Spears, Amanda Bynes and Macaulay Culkin, there have been rumors of mental health struggles and drug use, accompanied by conservatorship or arrests. Earlier this year, the ID docuseries, Quiet on Set, portrayed toxic work conditions on a cluster of Nickelodeon shows made in the late 1990s and early 2000s, including one incident of sexual abuse. For others, the journey from top of the call sheet to adulthood anonymity can take an even more tragic turn. In 1976, former child actor Anissa Jones, who'd had a long-running role in 60s CBS sitcom Family Affair, died from an overdose at the age of 18 while Aaron Carter, who released his debut album at the tender age of 9, was found dead in his bathtub 2 years ago. He was only 34. In between, before and after, there have been countless others whose short lives burned bright before being snuffed out too soon. Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson and Rupert Grint, who played the original trio in the Harry Potter films, which came out between 2001 and 2011, have all been open about the toll fame and lack of privacy have taken on their lives. Watson has said paparazzi began trying to get upskirt photos of her from the day she turned 18, while Radcliffe has struggled with alcohol. Grint, meanwhile, revealed the intense working hours at such a young age took their toll physically, and he suffered recurring bouts of tonsillitis during much of filming. In fact, from the moment that they were unveiled as Harry, Hermione and Ron in August 2000, at the tender ages of 11, 10 and 11 respectively, their normal lives were over. And not just because they were suddenly making more money than most families will see in a lifetime. Fortune estimates Radcliffe's total earnings from the franchise to be $95.6 million, while as of 2024 Watson is said to be worth $85 million and Grint $50 million. While other kids were dealing with the predictable routine of school and homework every day, the Potter trio were on set or at film premieres. Even when they did attend regular classes, their fame and wealth made it difficult to integrate. There's an apocryphal story that made the rounds in London in the early 2000s, when Radcliffe was enrolled at the prestigious City of London school, which illustrates the point. During a soccer match, when he messed up on the pitch, one of his teammates allegedly turned round and yelled, "It's not fucking Quidditch, Potter." It was hard to tell where Harry began and Daniel ended.